Good morning, everyone, and it is a pleasure to be here with you under a new webinar of ENRICH in China. My name is Vasco Barros, and I'm a project manager of SPI, which is the coordinator of the ENRICH in China. We are once again here for another webinar focused on the new coronavirus COVID-19. This is a sequence of webinars which we have been organizing under ENRICH in China, and we are once again very pleased to be able to share more information with you. I will not go many further with the introduction. I will soon pass the word to the first speaker. I would like you to ask you to make your questions through the question section on your right. There will be a very dedicated section on Q&A at the end of the webinar, which we will be answering your questions. So feel free during the webinar to make your questions along the way, and we'll make sure to answer them as much as possible at the end of the webinar. So our speakers today will be Dr. Sara Medina. She is a member of the board of SPI and the coordinator of the ENRICH in China project. And we will also have Jing Yao from the 3D Printing Innovation Center, one of the soft landing zones from ENRICH in China, which will make a presentation on the current Chinese medical suppliers. So without further ado, I would like to pass the word to Dr. Sara Medina to make the welcome session for the webinar.
Thank you very much, Vasco. Good morning to the ones in Europe. Good afternoon to the ones that are listening to us from China. So it's really a pleasure to be with all of you today in this webinar. This time is still under the series of COVID-19. And we'll be discussing on how to connect with the Chinese medical suppliers in the fight against COVID-19. So this is another webinar under this topic, and we hope this is useful for all of you to help solving this crisis in Europe as quick as possible. Next slide, please. So the agenda for this morning, I have the great pleasure to introduce you Dr. Jing Yao. She is the CEO of Weishuang 3D Printing Innovation Center. And they are one of the soft landing zones that are based in China and that are part of the ENRICH in China network. They are based in Beijing, and they have a great connection with a number of Chinese suppliers. And Dr. Jing Yao, she will be presenting us several of the medical suppliers and also medical devices and equipment that are available to support Europe under the COVID-19. So we have the presentation from her about non-contact medical infrared thermometer, also about the COVID-19 antibody rapid test kit, then the diagnostic kit for antibody IgM, IgG of novel coronavirus, then about one of the ventilators, the BOA-Array 3000D, and the surgical face mask as well. In the end, we have a Q&A session, and the suppliers are also available to respond to any question. So apart from Jing Yao, we have also the suppliers that will be available to answer any question that you have. Next slide, please. I'd like also to introduce you to what ENRICH in China is promoting under the COVID-19. So we have developed a set of news updates about research funding calls, innovation challenges, and we publish this on a regular basis. So if you are interested in receiving the latest news on COVID-19 related to science and technology, you can just subscribe to our email address, china@enrichcenters.eu. Next slide, please. We have also kind of a competition going on and you are eligible to receive financial investment from a group of investors we are in touch with. So if you are an innovative company and you have a potential product or service that can support the worldwide response to COVID-19 outbreak, you can send your application, and you have the link for application here down in this slide. And in terms of the funding that is available is in the range of 500,000 euros, so €500,000 up. And in terms of sectors that are eligible, can go from healthcare, pharma, robotics, IT and data processing, and also agri-tech. So if you have innovative product or service that can give response to COVID-19, feel free to send your application for eligibility to get funding from the network of investors we are in touch with for a financing of at least €500,000. And we are partnering with Steinbeis, that's one of the implementing partners of ENRICH in China in this initiative. Next slide, please. We have also upcoming webinars, one already tomorrow, and tomorrow is also another call for applications. This time focus on technology and engineering. So if you have also an innovative technology, you are also eligible to receive funding. In this case is from the Chinese government, from the Shenzhen government. And tomorrow we are going to explain everything in terms of the procedure to apply also for this grant, for this funding available. So again, if you have some advanced technology dealing with the engineering, stay tuned tomorrow. Connect us for the webinar so that we can give you all the information about this ATEC Challenge 2020. Next week, on the 15th of April, on a Wednesday at the same time, we have another webinar presenting one of the soft landing zones that we have located in Nanjing. So if you are interested in being physically established in China for a certain time period, can be 1 month, 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, and receive also support from the local government of Nanjing, you can link us through the webinar next week on Wednesday at the same time. The week after, on the 21st of April, that's a Tuesday, also at the same time, we have the presentation of another soft landing zone. This one located in Shijiazhuang, that's very close to Beijing. And the local government there also has very special incentives for organizations from Europe to go to China and to be located there for different time periods. Can be for 1 month, 2 months, 6 months, 1 year, 2 years. So if you are interested also in knowing more about this location and what Top View is the organization behind this soft landing zone can offer you, stay tuned and link us on this webinar on April 21st. Next slide, please. So ENRICH in China, we have our headquarters in Beijing. We have also a regional hub in Chengdu. We are all over connected through China, and we have also a network center in Brussels. So if you have any interest, if you need any support on matters related to science, technology, and innovation, you can always contact us through China at enrichcenter.eu, and you can stay connected also through our website for all the upcoming activities. So once again, thank you very much for being with us in this very special webinar about COVID-19. And again, I'd like to thank very much our main guest for today, Jingyao, and also all the suppliers from China for being available to be with us. Thank you, Vasco. I'll pass now to you.
Thank you, Sarah. Thank you for the great introduction and of course the bit of the context behind ENRICH in China and the series of webinars that we're organizing, also the opportunities available currently through the center. And as Dr. Sara Medina mentioned, everything is referenced and is available in our website. So we really encourage you to consult and come back to us through our email address with any questions that may arise. So, and without further ado, I would like to pass the word now to our guest speaker, Jing Yao, from the Weichuang 3D Printing Innovation Center, which will be giving us a brief information from the Chinese medical suppliers that are fighting against the new coronavirus COVID-19. So many thanks to Jing Yao for being available. If you can turn on the microphone and you may start your presentation. Thank you.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks for organizing these sessions. So, dear everyone, I'm Jing Yao from Weichuang 3D Printing Digital Innovation Center of Zhongguancun Fengtai Science and Technology Park. Here, I'm very honored to represent our center and our partners who are the Chinese medical companies for today's sessions regarding to fight against the COVID-19. So we feel very grateful to have this opportunity to make our joint efforts to fight against the virus. So first of all, please allow me to introduce our suppliers that are going to present today. And actually they have all received the CE and CFDA certifications and export qualification. And some of their representative has been presenting these sessions, including Ting Wu, Peng Fei Li, Lara Ding Ling, Zheng Xue Xin. So after my presentation, if you have any questions, accurate answers will be directly replied from them. So here, the slide of the PPT will also show more details of the product. So first of all, let's first please, please, next page. Thank you. Okay, so we're gonna to present the sector of the products like related to the suppliers that I'm going to introduce. So the next page, please. So first of all, please next page. Okay, so first of all, let me introduce the company of Contact Medical System Company Limited, which is founded in 1992, focusing on the researching, manufacturing, and exporting the electronic medical equipment. Their product line covers the wide range of 13 categories and have distributed to over 80 countries and regions. The product against the virus is non-contact medical infrared thermometer. The temperature display range is 32 to 36 Celsius. The maximum allowance error is plus or minus 2 Celsius. Also, it's able to review the formal records and test quickly. The imported inducer helps us to measure the temperature effectively and accurately. Next, please, next page. I'm going to introduce you the company of Shenzhen Prunus Medical Company, who is established in 2007, a professional high-tech enterprise which specializes in researching, developing, and manufacturing high-end medical equipment. The main products are anesthesis machine, ventilator, air compressor, and handheld wireless color ultrasound system. Here, for dealing with the virus, this company mainly presents ventilator. The main type of ventilator they supply is the boring 3000D multifunctional high-performance ventilator. The VT range is from 220 to 2000 milliliter. Is applicable to adult, pediatric, and infant. It equips with the world-leading brand of the key component of the ventilator, which ensures high accuracy and stable performance. Also, the advanced proportional solenoid technology can realize accurate ventilation control, multi-safety mechanisms, and 3 priority alarm of the visual and audio for different risk improves the safety level of this product. Okay, so please next page. So all right, so yeah, it is. So the third company is the new thing called the biopharmacy company. This keynote product is COVID-19 test kit. Newsen Company is a professional IVD product manufacturer and POCT service provider. Founded in 2003, there have more than 16 years of industrial experiences and export experiences. COVID-19 test kit of Newsen is easy to use and quick to get results. After drop 10 microliter of fingertip blood, it takes 15 minutes to get result. Also, the kit can be stored in a wide range of temperature, which is from 2 to 30 Celsius. Okay, so this is about new thing. Please next page. So the next page is gonna to another company with COVID-19 test kit is 兴业嘉盛 Beijing Sense Company, who is the agent of Censure. Censure is a molecular diagnosis whole solution provider. It's equipped with a gene detection technology, integrating the medical diagnostic reagents, instruments, and third-party medical laboratory service. As soon as the COVID-19 broke out, Censure established a technical research group to start developing relevant diagnostic solution, and successfully developed the COVID-19 kit on January 14 in 2020. Censure's kit is also easier to operate. There's no heating, tube replacement, nucleic acid extraction, and amplification detection can be achieved in a simple step. One person, one machine, and one day can achieve over 1,200 samples, greatly improving the detection efficiency. And here are 3 solutions they provide to get the result with different equipment. So please, next page. So please next page. Yeah. So the last part is going to the mask, the face mask, surgical mask face mask. So here we would like to present the 6 companies for manufacturing the face mask. So they are Top Gene, Osmuda Medical Devices Company, Shandong Zhushi Pharmacy Group, Anhui Qingzhitang Biotechnology Company, Zhizhen Biological Medicine Company, Bio-Based Scientific, and Nanchang Mai Di Kang Medical Instrument. So the first of all, let me first start with Top Gene and Osmuda Medical Device Service Group. So it's leading industry-wide third-party service provider for medical devices across the world, serving the medical devices industry with the medical device cloud service platform and platform of medical devices R&D and contract manufacturing, as well as the platform of the global registration and clinic trials and investment and financial service platform as well. So the product here they present is composed of a 3 layers fabric. Outer layer and inner layer are SSS non-woven fabric. The middle is a filter paper. It can offer the protection for medical organization in the general medical environment, and the validity year is 2 years. Each box contains 50 pieces. Okay, so please next page. Please next page. Okay, next page is about 2 companies also produce the face mask. So they representing they all bear with the characters of high quality of product and efficiency on the production. Okay, so please come to next page. Please go to next page. Yes. Zhizhen, so the next one is Zhizhen Biological Medicine, the agent of Jinhua Jinhua Jiadaifu Medical Supplies Company, who is founded in 1997 with majors in the state-of-the-art production of oral medical supplies. The headquarters is located in the international medical area in China, that is Shanghai. The company is not only able to independently design, develop, and produce the product, but also have the larger numbers of the patents relevant to the tobacco healthcare product. Furthermore, the company is on the list of high-tech enterprises of the Shanghai and Technology Giant Incubation Plan of Shanghai. So here the mask they provide is applicable to the medical environment and daily epidemic prevention. The daily capacity is up to 2 million pieces. So please go to next page. No. Okay, no. Please come back to the last page. Please come back to last. Okay, thank you. So another company for the mask is the company of the Bio-Based Scientific. It's a high-tech enterprise integrating the research, development, production, and operation of the biological safety production and into the virtual diagnostic instrument. At present, this company is mainly involved in the 10 fields. The company has more than 40 cans of independently developed products such as biosafety cabinet, biochemical analyzer, air isolation device, waste treatment system, all have been put onto the market and applied for the patents. The mask produced by them is also composed of 3 layers fabric. What's more, it uses the medical level filter paper in the middle layer, and the daily capacity is up to 3 million pieces. Okay, so the last one, please, next page. Please, okay, so the last one comes to Nanchang, Nanchang Meidikang Medical Instruments, the agent of Guangzhou Courier Government Company, who is the corporation of the top brand apparel manufacturing and marketing established in 2011. As far as 2020, new coronavirus happens. Under the supporting of the local government, they acquire the qualification of producing the medical mask and protection suits, start to make this possible medic mask on the February 26th of year 2020, and the daily capacity of mask achieves the 2 million pieces or above. They supply 2 kinds of mask. One is the surgical face mask, which is the medical level, and the other is KN95 mask. The KN95 mask are available for the daily utilization, which is independent package and antibacterial effect up to 95%. So those are all about the company and their product we have already done to present. Finally, let me end up my, yes, thank you, next page, yeah. Let me end up my presentation with little brief of our center. So namely, the Weichang 3D Printing Innovation Center, as the first soft launching zone in China, is based in Zhongguancun, Fengtai Science and Technology Park. So we formally established in 2017 in Zhongguancun Fengtai Science and Technology Park, with aim of covering the main industrial, including aerospace, transportation, and biomedicine, with application of the 3D printing technology and related, as well as promoting the new technology research and transformation. Our center is with the mission to incubate the startup in the 3D industrial and set up the largest 3D export workstation in China, and also build the training base of the 3D talents and form the alliance of laboratorial industrial among university, institutions, and enterprises. So please, next page. Okay, so here is the space looking. So we own 40,000 square meters in 2 A-class office buildings with a space type including incubator canned space, independent office, co-working space, and public space. To extend, the 3D shared center is in the Seoul building with machines, equipment, new materials lab, R&D workstations. Exhibition hall will be exposures to the public in 2020. And also the shared center is going to go depth into the transformation of the new technology based in additive manufacturing with their applications, and also provide services to application fields to support the industrial upgrading. So please, next page. Okay, so here is our ecosystem, including the top export workstation as mentioned, the partner alliance, 3D printing laboratorial alliance, and also alliance of high-tech parks, and also the media promotion and release platforms, top talent cultivations and incubator center, incubator base, And also we have this implementation services for the achievement transformation, as well as the end user service center. So as I mentioned, the 3D center is as a very important part of the 3D printing center, which is going to emphasize on the R&D improvement and application models, and also create the meaningful values for the end users. Please, next page. Please, next page. Okay, so we aim as because as a soft launching zone, so we have the missions to have a call for the very advanced European technology company. So we aim to have the European company among this field and the stage, of course not limited. So there are software, new materials, additive manufacturing, digital architecture design, artificial intelligence, aerospace manufacturing, medical appliance instrument, car design manufacturing, big data, new energy, smart city, and those company in the stage of the startup company, the company with unique advantage in technology and product. The company with technology looking for the larger application, the company with the spin-offs, and the company in the grow up looking for the new market partners and investment. So so you can see that this focus in the 3D printing and additive manufacturing, but there's a very cross boundaries. So in order to make the whole horizontal and vertically linked with each other. Okay, so please, yeah, okay, so the services that we provide as a soft launching zone are including the docking, no, last, keep in the same pages, last one, yes. So the services that including the docking conferences means that we organize the Chinese and European company docking conferences, and these conferences will include 20 to 30 each times the Chinese 3D partners, application companies, they will participate in. And then the services about consulting. So with the requirement of European company, we will deliver the consulting services, including the marketing report related policies and the information packages. And those suggestions on the entering Chinese market are also provided. So we also provide the meetings online or offline, and each meeting will last at least 2 hours during the service. And also we provide the service about the project services. With our network, we will help to achieve European company specific requirement on R&D collaborations, investment, product promotion through the type of activities like innovation workshop, laboratorial, investment docking meeting, and also exhibition and the press conferences. And also the services regarding the space service. So we will provide the free office space of 1 to 3 months for the European enterprises interested in setting up their company or office in China. So which can be used for the daily office business meeting and small exhibitions and so on. And then we also have the incubation service after the companies enter into our park. Okay, so please, next page. Yeah, so here the last page is about our iconic event that I would like to share with you, which is go through the whole industrial and for the leveraging the development of industrials, which is the Global Additive Manufacturing Application Innovation Competition. So here we have already the 3 editions in this year. So the competition brings value and innovations ability of this 3D printing technologies into the full applications and also put it into the use. And this year we are very focusing on the aerospace and the biomedical fields, which can really lead the the achievement of the technologies. So based on this competition, we fully demonstrate the excellent solutions and the product from the talent, the startup enterprises and institute. Especially in today, in this year, we closely collaborate with aerospace application fields, including the aircraft and satellite the production company. So they are looking for the good partners who can work with. So in order for making this joint collaboration, so we will really focusing on this kind of linkage. So we hope that you can pay attention to our center and also join with us. So that's all my presentation. And thanks sincerely for your listening. Any question about the company products and our center, please do not hesitate to ask us. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Jingyao, for the presentation, and thank you for giving us an insight of the organizations that are currently supporting in the fight against COVID-19. I have a couple of questions here that are coming through our system. So I would kindly ask you to keep your microphone on to make sure that this is that you can answer the question. Regarding the test kit supplier that you mentioned, there is a question here of the needs of getting a certification. I mean, in EU there is an obligation for certification for medical supplies. How are these Chinese suppliers coping with that in terms of obtaining certification for export reasons? Jeannie, may I ask for your intervention, or maybe ask the supplier directly?
Certification. So you asking the question about the certification, right?
Yes, of the test kits.
Test kit. Okay. 实际的 certification. Okay. So can you repeat this question again so that we can clarify? Yes.
Yes. So in the EU there is the need and across the world there is the need of certification for medical supplies. My question is, how are the Chinese suppliers dealing with the certification for exporting to Europe?
Well, okay. 就是出口. Okay, I understand your question. So it's better to answer those questions from our suppliers. 你要不要问他们一下？
Okay.
Any answers from suppliers? You can answer about this. 就是出口的许可证的问题。Can I ask them through Chinese so maybe they can understand better?
Yes, you can ask in Chinese. Yes.
OK. 刚才的问题是关于就是在那个试剂的这个产品上面的话，中国的这个就是供应商，你们企业是怎么样来处理这个出口许可证的这个问题？有没有出口许可证？哪位供应商能够回答一下这个问题？就是刚才说的这个试剂的厂家。
It is important that they turn on their microphones.
Okay, so Okay, so I'm really sorry because for the kit the suppliers are not available here. So I can write down your question and then deliver the question to them, because my colleague is in coordination with me for delivering the questions to them at this moment. So when we have the answers, we'll give it to you as soon as possible. Otherwise, we can generate this the article the test and then send it to you after these sessions.
Okay, thank you. I have a more general question that goes across all suppliers. I think this affects all the suppliers, so I believe any of the suppliers can answer this. And this is focused on what is the current situation of logistics of sending medical materials to Europe. So do the suppliers have any information on how this logistics are currently organized and are being implemented?
OK， 就是它的这个整个的应该叫什么？物流，对，物流，do you refers to the specific product or generally?
No, in general, I mean, maybe a supplier can give their experience in particular that which they are dealing with, or if they have any further information on how the different logistic processes are going on, or maybe just an example, that would be fine.
OK， 各位在线的那个中方的企业，刚刚他问的这个问题是，你们如何去就是做这种物流的整个的这个处理，就是在对这种境外的这些物品的输出上面的这种物流的这个处理上面，你们是怎么来做操作的？然后是否可以给出相应的这方面经验的案例？然后对，就是包括整个的流程啊这些方面，还有时间上面，哪位可以回答一下吗？
I don't know, Jing Yao, if you can ask in Chinese the suppliers to turn on their microphone if they want to answer. It is on the right. The button.
OK， 他们怎么不说话呢？OK, so there is the suppliers will answer this question. Just a moment. 可以吗？ Okay, so we have the person called Ding Ling has been prohibited for talking. Could you please unlock?
Do you mean Ting Wu?
No. Ding Ling Ding.
Next to Jamie.
Next to Jenny.
Yep, it is unmuted.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, hello guys. I'm the representative from the bio-based technology in Shandong. So at present, the Chinese government has not explicitly banned the export of masks, but due to domestic epidemic situation that has not completely slowed down. The face masks are frequent, and customer inspects of this category is still relatively strict from the China's customers. So the other aspects do you want to know other aspect situation, like the length of days or the choice of the transportation company?
Yes, if you can give some more information on that, it would also be useful. Yes.
Okay, actually, we have the long-term partner with the transport competition, like export our masks to Europe, to the American, but they need to burden this part of the cost. So if you have the specific, like the preference for the transportation company, you can ask us to transport our masks through this company as well. That's not a problem.
Okay.
So,
yes, Jeannie.
Okay. May I ask you, Ms. Dingling, how long does it take normally?
Well, actually, it depends on your order. Like if you if you pay our in relatively short time, we can arrange all tasks in the relatively short time.
Okay. Thank you, Dingli. Do you want to, Jingyao, do you want to make any further comment or ask any further question?
As the qualification, exporting qualification you asked right now, we received the feedback from the kit company that they have means that the company of Curring that I mentioned, this company, they can organize those logistic and customers clearance, and also all the quality of the export are all qualified. I mean, all equipment equipped, so it doesn't have any problem with those kind of things. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they are experienced with it.
Okay, thank you. I have another question here, which is also a bit directed to all the suppliers that are here involved. A question of if any of the suppliers would be interested in collaborating with Europe or sending materials to Europe.
Experience.
So do you mean that you want a sample from us?
No, if you would be interested in internationalize your products to Europe, both exporting them, but also thinking in doing some production in Europe.
Production hi, who can think? So Ding, would you like to answer this question? Hello? Something wrong with it?
Yes,
hi.
I seem like Dingli is not answering.
Yeah.
Can you ask me? Like, you want us to site a plant in Europe?
Yeah. The question basically is focused on the interest of exporting your products to Europe, but also thinking of internationalizing the business into an European member state, since due to this crisis, there has been a big interest of the EU member states to start producing some of these products locally to can easily give a quicker response in the
I don't think
action
so.
phases.
I don't think it's we set the factory out overseas is a good idea, since the cost of the Chinese labor is relatively low. So that's all.
All right.
Okay. Yes. Do you want to make any comment, Jing Yao? Otherwise, I have a couple of more questions from the audience, which they would like to know.
No. For me, it's fine. This question is fine. No.
Okay. So I have another question here, which is also directed to every supplier, which is if any of the suppliers have already successfully shipped any of their products to Europe in the last weeks, or does their support have been more focused in the Chinese territory?
Okay. Yeah, got this question.
I don't know if you have this information.
Would you like to answer this question, Ding Li? And also, we pass this question to the other suppliers.
Okay. You can ask other brothers. Like, I don't have comment on this question.
But this question is related to your your. Okay. Just wait a moment. So we just receiving their answers. 是他们是那个
Okay, thank you. In the meantime, let me just take the chance to ask to inform the audience that all of your questions which are being received and that are specific to one supplier in particular, we will make sure that and if they are currently not available to answer, we will make sure that these questions are forwarded to them, and if needed in Chinese, we will also translate it, so we will have the more tailor-made and concrete response to give you, and this will be done by email in case we will not be able to answer it during the webinar.
Okay.
Yes, Jingyao, do you have any reply in the meantime from any of the suppliers?
Not yet. Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet. So, yeah. So, I think it's for the sake of the efficiency, we can collect the questions and then we pass to our suppliers and get their answers, and then send it by email.
Yes, I mean,
What do you think?
we usually do that. Of course, we try as much as possible to answer the questions live to the people so that they already have the answers to their questions.
Yes.
We usually collect the questions when the time runs out of the webinar and we are not able to answer all of them. In this case, we have the participation of the suppliers that are being presented, or at least some of them. So it would be nice also the participation from their side. But of course, if we are not able to answer all the questions, we will move them on to the email format. I can take the chance already to maybe answer a question which is related to the webinar itself. So a question informing if asking if the presentation will be available to the audience, and the answer is yes. So we will be sharing the presentation that was just shared with the participants by email. So we will receive an email after the webinar, which will have this the presentation attached. So that is answered. Maybe I have a question here to Dr. Sara Medina. Maybe she can support in answering to this question. So there is a question here from a participant, apparently from Italy, which is interested in looking for medical supplies, and in particular FFP2 masks. This audience member currently has a few contacts with companies in China, but he would like to know if through the support of ENRICH, if we could check the reliability of the masks in terms of the fulfillment of the European standards. So if there could be any support, maybe locally from ENRICH in China, that could be done in verifying the certification and the reliability of the masks compared to European standards.
So the masks, he already has the masks, or he's still looking to have the masks?
He is still looking to have them, but he wants to know if before having the masks, if they are reliable and if that they compile with the European standards.
Okay, that's clear. Many thanks for the question. The best here, so we have many contacts in China. Apart from these suppliers linked to 3D printing, we have other sources of information, also contacts with other suppliers also of masks in the different provinces in China. So the best here, if you would send us an email with the concrete information, the concrete specifications, so that we could check with the 3D printing suppliers and also with the other network of suppliers we have to give you a concrete answer.
Okay, thank you very much. Yes, so yes, thank you for what is understood. This is a reseller from Italy, which is interested to purchase masks and then resell them in Italy, and is with some issues in this reliability and of the European standards. So yes, as Dr. Sarmdina said, we advise and encourage you to contact us by email with a full request, and we will make sure to process this this request further through our contacts.
Okay.
Okay, so there is a couple of bit more also technical questions here, and some of them directed to the test kit, which was mentioned and was presented. However, the supplier currently is not available through the webinar, and so these questions will not be possible to answer. I would suggest, also if the speakers agree, that we can turn these questions into an email, so we could have a quick reply, a reply as quick as possible through the specific and tailored suppliers. And we would reach back the audience participants with the answers. In this case, we would have a full complete answer by text from all the suppliers which are currently not available here, but would reply by email. Would this be something that you would agree with?
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
okay, so from our side, Jing Yao and all the other suppliers, we will make sure to collect all the questions, all the ones that have not been answered, and share the questions with you, and also the other suppliers, and try to obtain a more specific answer to these questions, which will maybe lead with for future discussion with this audience participants. So we are now reaching the end of the webinar. Once again, we would like to thank you very much for your participation. We would like to thank you for the availability and interest. As we understand, this is a very timely webinar with this COVID-19 topic. We hope that this series of webinars focused on this topic have reached your expectations, and that information provided was interesting. And of course, stay tuned to further webinars from ENRICH in China on other topics. As it was presented, we will have already a new webinar already starting tomorrow. So feel free to participate for a call for application, and stay tuned in our website for other activities, and also social media, where we are constantly updating with news and events. Thank you very much to all the speakers as well, and stay safe. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
So many thanks to all. It was really a pleasure to have all of you with us today. We had about 40 participants, both from different European countries and also from China, about this topic of medical suppliers. So we have a very good network apart from 3D printing of other suppliers also from mainland China. So sometimes it's difficult to check the reliability of the supplier. So any information you need about suppliers, you can always contact us. So many thanks to Jing Yao for all your cooperation in this webinar. Many thanks to all the suppliers. Some are not fluent in English, so we can now help clarifying any question that could not be responded directly in the webinar. And many thanks, Vasco, for the moderation. Many thanks to all, and we are fully available to continue cooperating with you. Thank you, and have a nice day and evening.
Thank you. Okay. So thank you.